Yeah, I think a lot of the hype is also built around wanting to see how they remembered him, how they, pay tribute. So I heard a lot of things about that, and I'm ready to, see that. But that's crazy, right? When you really think about it, you have an actor who played a monumental role, and people not only are there for that role, but for that specific actor to play that role,
Right.
I'm pretty sure to be replaced somewhere in the future when they create a new saga or something, but right now, his role is solidified as his.
Absolutely. I see. I don't know too much about Black Panther. I'm the type of person. I look at the movie, I enjoy it, and
Same
then
here.
I move on to another movie.
Same here. I'm not married to it whatsoever. The storyline, I can't tell you all I can tell you is some of the monumental that happened in the first one. I can't tell you nothing about the story though.
So I'm glad you and your family get to hang out, man. Get to spend some nice, loving time together and
For
everything,
sure.
man. Reason why I want to talk to you tonight is because I've been seeing inside of my comment sections more and more and more where people really want to hear from the reactors, bro. They want to hear from
No,
us.
for sure.
Yeah, they want to hear from us because this path of going down politics has not been, ice cream and cherries. You know what I mean?
Man. It's been sugar honey iced tea in the words of my guy. No, yeah, man, most
Yeah.
definitely. Because and then I think a lot of people want to know which aspects of it is real and which aspects of it is, YouTube in terms of this journey.
Yeah.
I see a lot of comments on, are you really just doing this for the camera, or is this really your thoughts and things like that? So I definitely want to dive into that as well.
Absolutely. So when it comes to let's start out on something hot. White Lives Matter. What did you really
Mm-hmm.
feel about, Kanye? Well, legally Ye now. Legally his name
Right.
is Ye. And Candace
Mm-hmm.
rocking the White Lives Matter shirt. I got my thoughts on it, but I'll give them to you in a minute. What you thought about it?
Just generally speaking, I had no issue with it, especially given the climate of information that I have now. However, um, they understand who they are and they understand what if they knew what would come of it. So I think they're one completely oblivious to what would come of it. But yeah, I'm not offended by the whole White Lives Matter thing. Only because, and I have to thank this journey for that because you would have called me 6 months ago. Oh man, it would have been totally different. F
You
them,
know
da da
what?
da da, boom, boom, boom. But overall, I don't like the whole aspect of segregation anyway. But yeah,
A lot of people have been telling me, and I'm glad you said 6 months ago you would have asked me that, then it would have been you would have had a different answer. People have been telling me to check out Tom McDonald again, like go back down the Tom McDonald rabbit hole. And I'm like, why?
do it,
And they
bro,
telling
do it.
me the reason why is because, and they was being nice while saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you were checking out Tom McDonald at first, your way of thinking was a little mean and mean spirited and probably a little separatist. And I would add naive to that as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which can
Because
also resort to you wanting to be more combative with the information that he was dealing out. So then you have that struggle with that struggle alone, man. Oh man,
yeah.
it made me. I got some classic WTF was I thinking videos. More in my leftist mindset, I guess.
Well, hey, check this out, bro. I love it because I look back at those times and I wouldn't change anything about it. It's absolutely nothing I
Mm-hmm.
would change. I want everybody to go back and look at myself and King Blitz reactions to country when we first started doing country,
Oh
to
man,
Tom McDonald when we first started doing Tom McDonald, and just see the growth because honestly, I don't look back at the things I said as, wow, I can't believe I said that. I mean,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? If I hurt somebody's feelings,
In a
eh,
sense, I think I kind of appreciate the ignorance, right? Because now that I know as much as I don't know everything, obviously, but knowing as much as I've uncovered, it's kind of hard to unthink or unlearn to be naive about certain things. Like I'm hearing certain things on the radio now, and my mind can't help but have an opinion on it. based
Yeah.
off of information that I had. Versus in the past, I would hear that and it'd just fly by me. I wouldn't even, care. But I mean, yeah. So there's that aspect of it,
Right.
but I'll just leave it at that. I don't think I want to add on to the cons of it.
Nah, you know what? But here's the thing, though, because okay. The one thing that I'm trying to change about doing my reactions, and I'm glad we're doing this in front of our public, in front of our people. One thing I would like to be able to change is I don't want to walk on eggshells while I'm doing any of my reactions, bro. I don't naturally.
And
Go ahead.
no, I'm saying, and myself, I still struggle with that,
Yeah, you
admittedly, for
will.
sure. Mm-hmm.
But that's just because honestly, I think you have a good heart. Also, you're entering into a space where you're just now trying to learn. I think, like me, you don't really like to speak too much on things that you don't really have a full grasp on. At least that's who I am. I don't like to. I think it's ignorant for me to be talking
Yeah.
on items that I don't really know much about. Like I watch Officer Tatum do his reactions, and I watch the Black
Same.
conservative perspective
Same.
do his reactions, and then you watch Candace, and then you watch those guys who've been in this arena for a long time, and you'd be like, wow, they know what they're talking about. They
You
can.
know what? It's crazy that you say that because it's also that aspect of like, okay, I'm learning all this information, but then when you watch somebody like them, it's like, dang, I don't know as much as I thought I knew. Like, if I was entering into the same arenas with them, although I have discovered stuff that I have, it's like they know how to be on site with it. They already
Yes.
kind of know what's coming to them. Me, I gotta sit there process it. Oh, I remember learning. I'm still in the baby phase of it, so I totally understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but hold on. Let me ask you this though, because well, I asked you about White Lives
Oh
Matter.
yeah, I was just
When
about to ask you your perspective too.
Well, honestly, when I saw the White Lives Matter shirt, I was like, "Oh, there go Kanye being Kanye again." But you know what? I get it because I'm okay, and I didn't get it, but I was trying to get it just so I can have some sort of understanding. And it's not like I was trying to understand simply so I can be within the clique of people who understand. I guess
Totally.
there probably was a piece of me that was saying, no, Van, you got to try to understand this because your base, the people who support you, they really support it. So try to understand it. Try to understand it. And I understood it. I thought there was a better way of communicating what he was trying to communicate, but I saw exactly what he was saying. I saw
I
exactly
mean,
what
I
he was
think
doing.
that's how we can sum up Kanye totally in that very last sentence. There's always a better way of communicating. Like I think that would literally be what I would tat on his forehead. Like
It's a better way,
uh,
Kanye.
I mean, because obviously these are personal, subjective ways that we would want him to go about it. But
Right.
generally speaking, it frustrates me a lot because I'm like, wow, bro, these ideas that you have, like once people really dive and dig into it, they would really realize that you're not as crazy as you may seem. But
Right. Right.
you starting right here, going all the way over there, then driving right back here, then going, oh, it's like, dog.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I'm following you, but for the common, for the, not even gonna say common, but for the average person, bro, they gonna look at you like, what?
One extreme to the next extreme, to the next extreme, to the next extreme. That's just
Mm-hmm.
who he is. He does extremes. But let me ask you this though, because if he does control the way he says it or say it in a way that cushions the fall, so to speak, someone will still find something to complain about.
Of course, that's why I had to make sure I explicitly stated that we have subjective ways that we would want him to approach it because
Right.
everybody does. We all like to digest our information a certain type of way.
Right.
But with Ye, man, I think he's just very honestly. I personally believe he's at a point where he's just frustrated with so much that we can't see,
Yeah.
and he's reached a breaking point now where he's honestly. I mean, he had to be prepared to risk it all, man,
Yeah.
after what's been going on,
Yeah.
So, and he's even stated they're gonna have to come for him.
But that's the thing though, bro. I'm hoping that they don't
I pray they
because
don't.
his somebody said something to me in one of my comments. They said he must be saying something true because they're trying to shut him up. If he was saying something foolish, they would be fine with him just talking because it
I
will make
totally
him
agree
look
with
dumb.
that. Totally agree with that. I mean, then you got the outpour of celebrity who fall in line with mainstream media who publicly chooses to state their opinion. and it's just like I don't know, man. I see a lot of backlash, but not enough embracing. And people want to
Yeah,
lie and say that they do embrace. Oh man, I gave him a chance with this and that, but you never really get nobody a chance if you automatically never. I mean, if you automatically block out what they're attempting to say to you.
that's true as hell, man. That's true. Hey, do you smoke weed?
A lot.
I can't say I was expecting for you to say that.
A lot. Sure, hold on. I ain't gonna show you what we rolling up, but I stay prepared.
Oh my God. Oh man. You got a nice pack of
Look, I got
everything,
the
everything you
vacuum
need.
for the ashes. Look, I'm prepared around here, man.
I guess I asked. This is the reason why I asked. Is because
Yeah.
have you ever done any reactions to Carleon Noir?
No.
Well, Carleon Noir, young black guy who's heavy into teaching people about their Second
What's his
Amendment
name?
rights. I'm not say that again.
How you say Cole? Who Noir?
Noir, Corleone Noir,
Huh?
Colion. Last name is Noir or Nio. Is it
Something like
Noir?
that. I'll find it like that. But what was the topic that you said?
No, well, what he said was, and he let me know this. He said that there's a rule on the when you go to the gun range and you're trying to purchase a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Just as soon
yeah,
as you said that.
yeah, because he said that you cannot purchase a gun if you admit on the form that you smoke if the weed. So that's the reason why I asked that because that right there
What?
has
They need
been
to be asking if you drink. What? Like
honestly, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. And they need to be asking if you drink, I mean, if you drink liquor and stuff like because honestly, my thoughts are more impaired when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
That's is that weird?
No, man. When I drink, I get sleepy. And I don't know. I'm not one of them. I'm one of them people who, when I have been drunk, I've been totally aware. If that makes sense. Like I know exactly what's happening. I just can't control myself. That's weird though.
So you got a front seat to the show.
Bro, it's literally like I'm just there. And whoever, yeah, yeah. My conscience is just on autopilot when I'm drunk. But yeah, you were saying my fault.
No, no, no. You know what? You just now brought me to another thought. Shout out to my team, Mama Kim and Joe. I appreciate y'all.
Shout out Mama
They
Kim and Joe.
Yeah, man. They know you. They love you, bro. You and your
Much
wife.
love.
Shout out to Queen B. Shout out to
Shout out to
Queen.
Queen B.
Yeah, absolutely. She is a beast, man. Oh
Oh
my
man, she out here
God.
terrifying me, man. She got me on my A game
Hey, as she
in a
should,
great
bro.
way. In a
As
great
she
way.
should, man. But I have a question for you, bro, because you're pretty interesting. You're unlike, in my opinion, you're unlike other reactors.
I,
Um,
I can say the same about you, man. But
well,
I ain't gonna cheerlead here. I'm gonna take my praises.
as you should, but
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with
but
you.
here's the thing, man. A lot of people don't know this about you, man. But and a lot of people don't know it about me either. Where my first love was music, but I
Of
gave that up
course.
because I wasn't that great at it. You are excellent at it. You are remarkable at this music thing, man. Are
Appreciate
you
it.
just reacting for the meantime until just goes in the way you wanted to go? What's going on?
uh,
You're gonna leave us,
uh,
bro. You're gonna leave us soon. Just say it.
I mean, YouTube might be, it will eventually, everything comes to an end, even for yourself, man. Like, I know stuff that you got in the works behind the scenes that you don't even need to step in front of the camera in a minute. So, I mean, but for me, music is just my life, bro. With YouTube, it was just one of those things that I kind of stumbled upon in the meantime. Cause, when you're chasing a music career, you got to figure out a way to fund it. And not only do you got to figure out a way to fund it, you got to figure out a way to have a job that will let you coexist with the love, your passion for music. So when
Smart
I
dude,
came
bro.
across the whole YouTube thing, it was just one of those scenarios like, oh, here's a way that I can generate income talking about what I love. Initially, I started off as a music reactor. talk. All I got to do, and then on top of that, I get exposed to so many different creative ideas, which I then get to take back. You know, it's almost like studying. I get paid to study music, so to
Yeah.
speak, and then I get to take all them tools. But yeah, just to answer your question altogether, man, music used to be something. It's definitely something that I'm very passionate about,
Right.
but it's not something that I no longer put on the forefront. And I'm
Okay.
actually happy about that because now it allows me to create what I want to create versus having these pressures of, oh man, I need to have this single out or this type
Right.
of song or this type of audience. So I need to do it. It's now I just literally do everything at my pace. And I don't have any high expectations on this. I don't not try, but I don't need to go the extra mile when life is evolving. I enjoy being a father more than anything, and you know, just making plans to invest in ways that I won't even have to do. I even be more lazier than this. I ain't got to get in front of the screen.
Let me tell you, bruh, man, you just now made me smile when you said, when you brought up, being a father, what I mean, focusing on what's real. You don't have
Yeah,
to try to keep up with trends now. You just real, you're in that groove. You're like, you
yeah,
can
man.
focus on your projects, make sure your project come out exactly the way you want it with no added pressure. That's
Yeah, man.
that's the stuff right there, man. That's the
No,
stuff
it's
right
a
there.
very fortunate, blessed position to be in. I work my ass off.
Right.
But I had a moment yesterday. I just got finished setting up some of the stuff that y'all can't see, like the desk and all that. Just got finished setting all that up, and I had a moment where I was like, "Wow!" I remember praying for all of this. Like
Bruh.
like I remember, like, dang man, if I just had this computer, oh man, if I just had this camera, oh man, if I just had this mic, I'm sitting back. All if I had this desk, and I'm sitting back like, wow, I
I
got the
got it.
mic, I got the computer, I got the cam. Oh whoa, I'm blessed. Like, so I went back and I started playing like all of my music before I had any of this. And I was just, I was a little emotional, but it was one of them times where it was just like, yo, God, I recognize it. I don't think I got all this, and I forgot. Like, I'm playing all of my old crappy beats on the new speakers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fine. And I actually got access to an account. I don't want to go too hard into this, but I ended it here. I got access to my old YouTube account that was like 15 years ago. And I found like videos I forgot I even uploaded of me just making beats or me, old songs, me in the
Yeah.
studio. Oh man, it was cringy.
Well, hey, guess what? Then you were fearless on another.
Yeah.
You was next level fearless. You ain't care what anybody said. You was chasing after. You was trying to learn this craft no matter what it took. Like you was still fearless then, and plus you were in that nice space of discovery. Like I don't know anything, and I don't care if I don't know anything. I'm trying to learn this thing because I'm chasing a
Yeah.
dream, bro.